Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are changing it up a bit with F4 around Oulton Park. It's a tight circuit and with these quick cars guarantees carnage. The strength of field for today's race is 1704. It's a 20-minute race and I put the car in P14 on the grid. So I'm quite a way back, but what will I be able to do from this position? I guess you'll have to watch to find out. Also, if you guys do end up enjoying the video, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I'm almost at 200, a massive milestone for me. And don't forget, my Discord is always in this description down below. But now, let's head to the track. Here we go, we are lined up on the grids. It is my apologies, the overlays did not record for some reason. But we've got to move on from that as the lights go red and they're about to go green. And they are green and we are underway. We take off the clutch and we get on the throttle and it's a pretty good start. We've already taken off much better than the car that was on our outside, and we go into turn one. There's already one car off up ahead and it's already shambles. I weave to avoid any contact and there's a little bit of contact and we are on the grass, but the car does not feel too bad. We did get 4x, but the car isn't feeling too bad, but we have lost heaps of positions. But what is that? We've been given a meatball. But the car feels pretty much fine. There's maybe a little bit of wheel damage. Like, as you can see, the wheel's a little bit left. But the car feels mostly fine. And there was such minimal contact. It amazed me. It was such minimal contact. But, oh well, what can you do? Anyway, here is a replay then of that opening lap. Carnage has literally been 10 seconds and we're already looking at replays. Not a great start, but you can see cars are all over the place. They're all wide. We weave to avoid, we make a bit of contact, and oh yeah, that didn't look good behind. About 3 cars getting airborne there. Here we go. Here's on board from Julian Gray. As you go into turn 1, you see the cars on the outside, and the car just comes across him and he makes contact, and oh, he flips the Sim Magic red car right up. And now on board from Moore later on in the race, or later on in that lap, you can see the car off on the right is on the grass. He loses it, makes contact with the guy ahead, and Moore has nowhere to go. And look at this, we're not even done yet. Here's Rogier on the opening lap as well, nearer to the end. He takes it in way too hot, completely loses, and that is a massive shunt into the barrier. I mean, that's already about like 7, 8, even to 10 cars damaged or out of the race by the end of the first lap. But yeah, so we rejoin the action coming around the final corner of that first lap. We go for an outside move, but then he's also going into the pit, so I didn't want to risk it. So we come in. He's a little bit slow into the pits though, but there's a little bit 4x with a little bit of contact. Oh, we did make contact, but 4x for that. It's a little bit harsh if you ask me. But he was just so slow coming to the pits. I don't know what he was doing. But look, we're on 8x already. Got to move on, I suppose. But now we exit the pits, and we did get a quick repair, and I did remember to uncheck the tires. So we're good. We're actually good. We managed to get out nice and quick, way before any of the other cars. But now we just got to get our head down. There's going to be more incidents, going to be more crashes. So to get my head down, clear it out, clear the mind, and just race. But here we go later on that lap. Coming on to the following lap, you can see smoke all up ahead. We've got this green car in front of us. We are chasing him, and on the lap times we were quicker. Obviously you can't see him right now, sadly, but I was quicker than him, and I was gaining and gaining. But you can see we've got about 3 cars all equally spread up out in front. And we just got to try, pull them in, get in a slipstream, get some good corners, nice braking, good turn-ins, good exits, the whole shebang, and we will gain. You can see we're almost in like a train here, a DRS train almost, except minus the DRS, obviously. But we come into the chicane, and I absolutely hate the chicanes on this track. I feel so slow through them, but there, the green car in front is way slower than us. So we managed to get a good gain onto this back straight, meaning we also have slipstream, but then again we're into the next chicane and there's nothing we can really do. It's suicide going for a move there. But now we're all over the back when we break a little into the corner, but we're on the grass. We're on the grass and we've made a rookie error. Oh my, that is a rookie error if I've ever seen one. Oh no. Let's take a look back at that. That is genuinely embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, but luckily The cars behind were about 10-15 seconds, so I managed to get back out on track. But anyway, here is later on in the race. This is a three-way battle that went on. You can see the car locks up. The red car makes a move. He opportunizes, I don't know the word. He makes a move with the opportunities given. The back marker gets out of the way, and now they head into the chicane, but the leading car spins, and he blocks the red car. So the blue and green car goes through, and even the back marker gets through. So their little battle kind of turns sideways, but then on the straight, on lap 8, there's contact. And that right there is the back marker that we saw before, as it's completely taken out this guy called Dante. And yeah, it gets worse. Here's what I called the revenge bump, because into the chicane, he goes for a move, a little bit of contact, straight into the wall. His wheel kind of snaps off and then randomly, magically snaps back. Just magic, I guess. But then he keeps his foot on the gas, no brakes, straight into the rear of that car, and even gets himself sent off into the gravel. And here is from one of the other drivers coming through his perspective. He just absolutely no brakes, foot to the floor, just crunches straight into the back of him. But now we go to lap 12, and there's even more action as Thompson has a very, very big moment. He's fully on the gravel, but then when coming back on track, he almost loses it again. And he's off again, and that gave us heaps of time. We gained heaps and heaps, but I don't think we would manage to get enough to catch up to him. But as you can see, this is absolute carnage. These cars are too quick for this track in the second split for anyone to be able to handle it. And just, yeah, it's just absolute mess. Seriously, just a mess. And I'm just racing here on my own, in my own space. Thompson is just up ahead, but he is much quicker lap times than me. And this isn't Thompson, by the way. This is a back marker. But ahead of him is Thompson. And yeah, he's just putting in much quicker laps than me. But this back marker in front is very, very slow. So as I'm closing up to him here, I'm wondering if he's going to let me by. And I do ask for him to let me by into the corner. He goes very, very deep. Almost comes back on. But he did it safely. And I said thank you. And he said no worries. So he did it safely. And that's all that matters. We didn't get any more incidents for that. But now we're on the final lap. And honestly, there's not much to say about this race. Other than it was complete shambles. Like really, there was so many incidents. I'm not joking when I say almost 10 people DNF'd. I had about 12 incident points. Contact on the first lap, still managed to keep going, and then a spin. Yeah, so it was not my greatest race, let's put it that way. And it was second split, so although it was a decently high second split, 1.7k. But yeah, it was shambles. So definitely one to forget. But we'll move on to the Toyotas next week, and maybe some F4 as well. But anyway, here are the results from that race then. For the safety rating, we did lose 0.08, so it wasn't great, but we are still above the 3 mark region. The iRating, we managed to gain 15th for 9th because it was quite a high split, and we gained 5 positions from 14th. With the fastest lap of a 33.8, which isn't great. In practice, I managed to do low 33s. And it did have an incident point, so it wasn't my final lap, so it doesn't really count. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy that crazy, crazy shambles of a race, make sure you go down below and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys next week in either Toyotas, F4, or both. Peace.